nearly enough time to complete everything to the mission. Need to move to alternate dimension soon. Street rapper. Need to get the jail failed. In Philadelphia. Relocation to meet Scott. Relocation 1. Should stop by. See him on. Right. Location 1, request the Scott join in the mission. Seek out the street rapper. Location 2. Room on Scott. On. Turn here to leave video messages if possible. You know, even by jihad standards, there's only a shitty crackhead hotel.
There's no anecdote, man, there's no fable. Dreaming up the tale of Cain and Abel. I'm unstable, but clearly able to self-criticize everything in play, it's all on the table. Chess plays in my stable. I can still send underground frequencies on a cable. 6400 maple, I'm a staple. Stop, drop, and roll, duck and cover. But you know he's still a jihad lover. The plastic lover hover over imagination. Make you re-examine your position. Optimize my brainwaves, my shit is customized. To what extent potential realized. At which point content to consider compromise. And what about those disappointed, disapproving looking eyes? Simply a part which another person buys. Sincerity and parency never need 2 tries. Neither healthy nor wealthy, though certainly wise. Hyper-focused on task mostly prize. How's that as prize? Maybe there's an alternate form of what we call concentrate. Hitting the goals of my main slate, never orchestrate in such a way to turn up late. How would I? Impossible to wait. My heart palpitate. Already starting more when others wait. Sucker, go check yourself, then check your mate. Not exactly emphasizing time and date. But my excuses for player hate, there's no debate. Neither politicizing like I heard her or romanticizing poetic fervor or nervor. There's one some rep, I just don't deserve her. What even serve her? Purposeless on syllabus. Enough frustration, filibus. Like not the same as trust, make me want to fluss it away. Where the process seemed to stray. Just not my way, just not coming out this way. What can I say? For certain proponent of totality, only way to see, keep the shit and accept the reality. The green line crosses the city south to north, getting pretty close to all of our main points of activity. We start where it all starts, the Grove, the Greedy Grove. The first time I heard this, a person commented, it was so called because their locals would push their mama down the stairs for $1. It used to sound funny, and no longer does. It makes me sad. Still, there's an affection for me, and I always have a part of me clinging to the dawn of Holland. Steve Holland Studios moved into a secret location, to be accessed by few, for select purposes. There's still a major project to complete there, it's secret for now. Plus, X90, subtopic 1, 2, on this day, it's the last day, till the next time, so I've got this list. Also, usually carry some kind of weapon, but on this day, it's rusty solid. On the list, get a bag. Got one, it's an excellent story, I must tell it sometime. South Dallas, another project in development that's being kept, just a few people at the moment. My own pal in general came here after his buddy got murdered down at the MK. I still figured he was next on the list. Tried to visit him a few times. He'd been hanging around their train stop. Couldn't catch him on his last day. Also important for the main 2023 movie project, must secure the participation of T to delve into the character introduced in the Bella movie. Critical. Can't need some soda context too. A man's step would be good, but he might not like the plan. Definitely would like the plan. Also, the elusive E is a seer. Deep Ellum, Promised Land, target of Project Firehouse, a factor in the larger X90 initiative, potential beyond the imagination. Grant writers are the biggest thing we need to forward the cause. Zone 1, Port of Entry, City Place. Ground Zero for the secret projects Red and Sin. Still ties to the main electroshock and awe plans, at a sociological angle. Thinking of the greater good, central location, near BHW, current spot. I work in place with some of the tricky aspects, the portion of my plan that some would find truly mad.
Things have gotten more out of order on my end, so you're going to have to sit on this until time comes. I went through the portal and scheduled. I got kicked back through. Told some things are more important than schedules. So, I guess it's about this. Step up in MLK. Couldn't find the journal. Got a bag though. Good story. Arizona 1. Can't find Scott. Like everybody's pretty wiped out. Anyway, wheelchair is the guy that's there. He knows what I'm talking about, so those people all seem to still be real, but I'm going to find something out about this guy, the fireman. Mission is go to Kenwood, find a tree grabber, turn down, back to the hotel, back to the portal. What's the ass? Yo, I was looking at the ordering terminals to talk about here. Thank you, 10 messages through. Be down here. Time comes. That's what we talk.
Grammatical tactical. Grammatical tactical. Grammatical tactical. Ripping it round your eye tricks. Ripping it round. Some days I couldn't remember much when I tried to look back at the exact words when I talked with the fireman. I guess looking for clues that it was a bout of madness, which I still found unlikely. Some of it came back as I was making my last stop at the Zone 1 before leaving. I come up through the parking lot of 7-Eleven. There was a guy on the ground, a security guard, and a third person hovering over them watchfully. Fire trucks were entering the parking lot, reminding me again that if I ever find myself in harm and waiting for treatment, I hope they would just send a freaking ambulance. I have this image of gasping out my last breath while a Dalmatian humps my leg. I thought the guard busy might be an ideal time to check the trash for treasure, but no sooner did I hit the bin on the far side than the security guard was on me. He apparently has that Pac-Man ability to go out one side and appear on the other. I turned to face him. I just continued on my way, hoping not to lose the time it would take to decide I must defend my honor against this foolish cruelty. Made my way through the crosswalk, and the guy in the begging spot asked me, "Did he threaten you?" I said not much. It transpired, though I was wary as a Class A prick. And then told me the guards feud with the area homeless, and we spoke about other things I don't remember. I believe the topic of some diversions came up. I had to clarify that I was broke as in 0 cents. He wished me well, and I was on my way. Must have been a shout because I looked back. He looked consternated, looked at his sign, put it down, came towards, then past me, beckoning I follow. He began to tell me more of himself and his intention, including they would be telling a bit of my story to the person we met at the entry at a somewhat secluded spot. At some point in that span, he must have told me he was a fireman, and his past profession helped him a bit with begging, because just after sitting, I told him of the Fire Brigade and gave him a sticker. He said he had people there who would help me out to stay around the area, and they'd make sure I was alright till I settled in. As always, I bristled a little bit at that. I remind myself I have no intent of creating any sort of homeless routine, but I'm not turning away help from my friends either. He had one mission, and I was off to Oaklawn. We were to meet after. He presented a surgically altered bus ticket, made me feel unresourceful for not having thought of the same. And Scott came up. We had talked enough to be on friendly terms, and come to find out it was he who was struck by the car. Later I learned this happens a lot to Scott, but that's another story. The fireman gave me vague instructions to his camp spot, and he said farewell, going our separate ways, to meet back after. Never saw the fireman again. Searched all around that evening and again the following ones. The promise came true, more or less. They took care of me so much as I needed, offering mostly friendship and occasionally pointing me in the right direction for confection, but the spot itself was charmed. I asked for the fireman a few times. Nobody ever answered. Yeah, I thought you went through. I did. Got sent straight back. Told I'd missed something. Got the camera though. Now you can't find anything or anybody. You lost your camera. Yeah, I know. Couldn't afford to buy another one. Couldn't afford to buy the first one, but I couldn't afford not to. Waited. You got, well, get almost nothing. You didn't have it thought out at all. Well, yeah, because I just you want to salvage your loss. You go off the tracks. Now you want to keep the train chugging straight through the cornfield and can't figure out why it's not rolling smooth. It doesn't work like that. I'm not quick to give up on a plan. Cruise through life propelled by the raw power and brute force of this undeniable inertia that flows from your kamikaze will to follow through on your crazy-ass choices. Now you see, you've attempted to fight back against it. Now it's working against you, and it's capable of destroying you. Your fucking treat. Hey, if this whole thing works out, and it certainly could, I'm gonna need order, balance based on priority levels, more specialized skilled, recruiter participation, clear heads to prevail. Could you if you weren't? Would you do it if you didn't? Kind of the point, I guess. Utilize the appearances. I know, fuck. Keep an eye on the situation. The hope is, considering the totality of it, it might make you whole. Actually, that's the only way that would ever happen. One more shot. Find the street rapper. You're 0 for how many today? Got the bag, though, in a slick manner. It was on the list. Awesome story, too. Okay, Tiger, you're great. Go on, get him. I don't need no permission. One last thing. Give me a best case scenario. Actually find him, get about 10 minutes of recording time before the laptop goes off. Nobody jumps us, nothing gets stolen. Could be wrapped in the train platform. Should I survive it all? Just don't get the shit stolen. Avoid anything that even has the appearance of exploitation or seems to cause him discomfort regardless of his reasoning. Look, I don't really need people watching me talk to you. I'm not thrilled about being seen with you, so find a mirror, turn that camera around, look up its ass. I hate you. Can't live without me. Parting grammar jab. Can for ability versus can for permission. Modal freaking verbs. Tactical grammar. Grammatical tactical.
Pleasure, don't hesitate. The goodness that you see is always in me. Don't blame it on fate when you're not a jailer. You can drive the decking steps when I touch the head. You can't touch the back. You can find your face in this night. Doesn't get a shot. Gotta know how to do it. Doesn't even matter that you won. You can never play with us, just for fun. It wasn't very fun. We can navigate.
My plan was someone find truly mad. We need to maintain contact with Renee. She has some of our special powers. Scanish though. Investigate. Fireman. Note, rigging the Taco Bell ordering machines to serve as cross-reality communication terminals. Waffle House jukebox is already operational. Zone 2 around Inwood, Love Field. Big tie for the red at Sin. Maybe my second choice after Deep Ellum for LPF. I keep Indy right here. It's an interesting project nearby that I heard about, but I haven't got a chance to make a follow-up visit. I have a number that should be useful. Investigate. God, we. taking your time, looking all the way back, Jack, trying to find where you went off the max track. Made up your mind out of fear of the knapsack, not to be unkind, but for lack of information, apprehension, hesitation for your place in the trike life. Select an occupation, requisition, a nice wife. You base your destination off the man with the pipe. I feel no elation and assign no blame. Our fears are different styles, but we're losing the same game. Too many miles and I deluded name brains coming at you all smiles, not to brag or claim fame, but to share strength on our uphill climb. You wrestle with regret when you're past your prime, but I never can forget all my ghastly crimes, offering my hand in the darkest times. Do you feel the terror? Nope, well only sometimes.